G'day, I'm Kale, that's Taff, and we're the Fantasy Fathers podcast. And today we're starting our divisional previews. So we're looking at the AFC East first up. Taff, who's your favourite to take out the division?
Favourites take out the division is a pretty easy one. I think it'll be the Bills. I think they're going to win the majority of their games. I think they're going to win 15 games. I think that's what I'm sort of predicting. 15 games, 2 losses, and even those 2 losses wouldn't be surprising if they do sort of
get it done.
Win. Yeah. Who are you thinking?
Yeah, I've got the Bills as well. So now a couple of players we like on the Bills. So obviously, Allen I've got him at QB4. You've got him at number 1. He's a pretty easy selection for a quarterback, but a player I quite like is Coleman. Actually, I think with Shakir's injury, they don't really. He was the wide receiver 1 last year and just had good target volume, but his injury, he might not be ready to start the season. I like Coleman to start off hot, and I think he can become Allen's go-to target in the red zone, particularly. And he did start off the year really good last year and got better and better the first few weeks. But then he got a wrist injury, I believe it was, and never really looked the same after that. And yeah, he was a bit of a dud pick in the end last year. But I think if he's injury-free, he's a good pick. I think it's like 8th, 9th, 10th round ADP. Yeah. I think he's a good dart thrower, and he could turn into a wide receiver 2 or 3, which is good value at that price.
Yeah, fair enough. I think I'm completely out on the Bills wide receiver.
Yeah, group. Well, if it's not him, I don't like anyone else.
I think it's similar to the Green Bay room. I think it's similar to the Chiefs room. Yeah. Someone's going to hit every week, but it's going to be the person that's sitting on your bench. Whoever you got in your lineup, they're doing nothing. They're going to throw up a dud. They'll have 0 receptions for minus something yards.
In saying that, I do like Coleman, but it might be 1 week 20, the next week 10. Yeah. And he might average out at your 12 or 13 points. So
yeah, especially with Elijah Moore mixing in now. He is a very good receiver. He's always been on an average team.
He's good in the slot. He might take over Shakir's role until he comes back. So he could be decent early.
Yeah, I think Elijah Moore, he has some sneaky value. Even Palmer, I think he has some sneaky value as well, but it's so hard to predict.
Yeah. But maybe someone that's a bit easy to predict. James Cook just signed his new contract earlier this week.
Yep.
Going probably late third at the moment. What do you think of him?
I'm all in on Cook now.
I
was all out on Cook. But now that they've sort of shown that they're committed, even in a 4-year deal, I think it was.
Yep.
So I think I'm all in on Cook. I think towards the end of the late third, he's an absolute steal. Middle of the third, I'm not too fussed about it, depending on who's still available, what your team looks like.
Correct. Yeah.
If you're chasing a running back and he's available, he's a very good option, I think.
Yeah, I think he's got a safe floor. I think he had about 49% of the snap share for the Bills last year, and wasn't really used on third down. And obviously had a million touchdowns. I think the most rushing in the league.
I think he's going to have some regression, but I think he's
touchdown regression for sure. But I could see the snap share going up to 60-65% now that they've put their money into him. So they've got to sort of run him a bit more. I think that touchdown regression, maybe a bit more volume makes up for it.
Yeah.
So I can see it sort of cancelling itself out.
I do think as well, Ray Davis. If you're picking up James Cook, Ray Davis is a must-have handcuff because he's shown as well. He's got his own standalone value. But I'm all in on Cook now.
Yeah. I agree. Yeah, we both like him in the third. All right.
Tight end.
Tight end? Yeah. Actually,
I'm not in on the tight end.
That's another one. Yeah. He's maybe if I can't get Coleman in like the 9th round or something, I don't mind Kincaid a little bit later because I was in on him last year in the 4th round. So I'm glad I didn't get him in our main league. I got sniped the pick it before, but he ended up being a dud last year. But I can see him, if it's not Coleman, well, one of them I feel like is going to be the red zone threat for Allen. I think it will be Coleman, but Kincaid, there's a chance. And at tight end, I like taking a couple of dart throws in the double digits rounds, and he's one of them I don't mind having a shot at.
Fair enough. All right. Your second favourite team?
Second, So we're both heavily in on Drake May. So I think the Pats are quite an easy selection there at number 2. And so quarterback, I like picking Drake May. double-digit rounds again, around the 10-11 mark. And, I think that's good value for a quarterback that's got a bit of rushing upside. Got a couple of new weapons coming in with Diggs, a rookie Williams in the 3rd round. Obviously, Henderson's making waves in pre-season at the running back position. And I think being a good pass catcher and pass protector, I think he's going to really help Drake May and that offense have a second option, whether it's passing or rushing. I think it's really looking good for the Pats. So they could be back towards the top yet again.
Yeah, I agree. I think they'll definitely be second in the division. I think I've sort of done a quick look at their schedule for the season. I think they're going to win 10 plus games. I think they'll come second in that division. I think Dolphins, they'll come third, and I think the Jets are only going to win 2. The Dolphins, the Patriots, I think, Drake May, he's awesome for his value. At what point do you think you wouldn't take him if he's going early? Like, where's your sort of minimum?
I'm not really interested in taking a quarterback before the 8th round.
So
if they're going off the board early,
11th, would you take him?
Oh, definitely. Oh, yeah. I'd take him as early as the 9th, I think.
I'll have to note that down.
Yeah, well, I only have a pick in the 11th there, so.
So I'll take him in the 10th.
Yeah. You'd get him because I wouldn't have a chance. I'd take him as early as the 9th, I think. Especially if quarterbacks are getting taken off the board early. Yeah, I wouldn't. The 9th round, I don't mind.
Yeah, so if someone starts a QB run, you're happy taking him.
Yeah, but at the same time, there's so many good QBs. I'd be happy taking, as I think said, McCarthy, who's like QB 20 at the moment. So
yep.
At the same time, maybe I wouldn't take him in the 9th.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Wide receivers. What do you think of the
wide receivers? I'm not really in on anyone, but I know you had a big call in our wide receiver video. So
yeah. As you know, I'm all in on Diggs as well. I think he's going to have, for his value, I think you can pick him up in the 8th, 9th round.
There are some good clips of him looking pretty smooth in camp.
No limitations from that ACL. I think he's going to be the clear number 1 option for Drake May, who's going to. I think he's a good quarterback. We've spoken about him a lot. I think if you can stack those two together, I think that's awesome.
Yeah, actually,
and you can do it with late picks.
Yeah, it's a good point.
Yeah,
actually, considering I like May so much.
I'm all in on Diggs. I think he's going to be the number 1 target there, and I'm actually still in on Demario Douglas, Pop Douglas. I think he's going to be that slot wide receiver there. I think he's still going to do well. I think he's going to have plenty of targets. He might not get the yards, but I think he's going to have a lot of targets that sort of keeps him relevant.
Yeah, he could be a 10 points per game pretty easily.
Yeah, he's an easy flex play that you know is going to get targeted. He was Drake May's favourite target last season.
Yeah.
He was a solid, just plug and play backup option. So I'm happy taking him in the last round.
Yep. No, fair enough. But maybe running back is where I'm at. Obviously, I had a big call. I had Travion Henderson as my RB8 for the year, and that was before this preseason highlights he's been putting out. So
it's looking like a good call.
Yeah. So I was really happy you taking him in the 6th round in mock drafts and maybe late 5th. But yeah, he's skyrocketing up boards now, and it's looking like he could be a early 5th, if not late 4th round pick. So, but yeah, I'm all in him. I think he's going to be really good to start the year. It looks like Gibson actually started with the ones in the preseason game, but yeah, if he's somehow not the starter week 1, by week 4 or 5, he's going to be. I'm pretty sure he's going to be the bell cow there, and the other 2 are just going to come in on 3rd down here and there to give him a rest off the field. He looks unbelievable.
I think you sort of have convinced me there. It'll be interesting. I think he's going to take that RB1 role eventually. I'm interested to see who's going to take the RB2 role.
Steve O's injured at the moment, I think, which is why Gibson started the game.
Yeah, but Antonio, like one of them has to get traded. You'd think.
I just think they're both.
Because they're both
just backups, really.
They're both decent backup options. They could still get something for either of them.
True. Yeah.
But yeah, it'd be interesting to see who ends up running that backfield by, say, week 7.
Yeah, I agree. But yeah, I think all money's on Henderson, I think.
yeah. After that preseason game.
Yeah. Okay. So at number 3, we're probably both in agreement that it's looking like the Dolphins. Number 3, you like anyone on the Dolphins?
Yeah, number 3, Dolphins. I'm not. Tua's or I don't know. Tua's a bit of a hard one. If I'm hard pressed for a QB, very very hard pressed for a QB, and for some reason everyone's got quarterback sitting on the bench and there isn't one available, then I wouldn't mind taking him. But the only ones I'm really sort of looking at, really really liking on the Dolphins is Achane. I think he'll finish top 3 with running backs this season. I think that's a pretty solid call. I think minimum top 5, but I think he'll be a top 3.
Is injury concern from the preseason? Not worried?
Not at all. Yeah. Last season, everyone was sort of worried about the injuries. He did miss a couple of games last season, but they were all concussion.
Yeah.
So that was the only reason he missed time last season, was because of concussion protocol. So he missed, I think, 2 or potentially 3 games. So it's not like any sort of soft tissue injuries or anything like that.
Yeah.
He's sort of beaten those sort of rumours, because anyone can cop a concussion.
Yeah, of course.
Just got to get unlucky, I suppose.
That's actually, speaking of them injuries, I quite like his backup, and I think it's going to be Jalen Wright. So I quite like taking a late round dart throw, obviously very late round, like the last couple of rounds of your draft, 14, 15, whatever it is. Because if HN does get an injury here or there, he's like a ready-made replacement. He's obviously not as good, but he's got a very similar skill set coming out of college, and he had good efficiency numbers last year. So I think he will be the RB2 behind HN instead of Ollie Gordon.
See, I think his job's in jeopardy because of Ollie Gordon. Yeah. I think with the opportunity Jalen Wright had while Devon HN was injured last season, he did not do well. Yeah. They all went to.
I think second year running back breakouts. I think.
Well, this will be his 3rd year, isn't it?
No, second.
Okay.
Don't quote me on it though.
But yeah, I don't know. I think his job's in jeopardy.
Okay. Well, even if it is, it's a late round pick, so
yeah.
Chucking to the sideline doesn't matter.
Yeah. Oh, don't worry. If you pick him up as a handcuff, he'll probably get injured as well, and then someone else will end up with
Ollie Gordon. Yeah. So yeah. But yeah, late round picks doesn't matter too much. It's all about upside, and then if they're not performing, get rid of them, go to waivers.
Yeah, don't worry about safe picks in the last few rounds. Just go for upside.
Yeah.
But wide receivers, what do you reckon on Dolphins wide receivers? Because I think we're a bit different sort of.
I'm not a. If Hill is there in the middle of the 3rd, I would take him, but I don't think I'd take him any earlier. There's just a lot of risk. See, last year he was probably a top 2 or 3 pick in most drafts, and really disappointed, and all the off-season stuff that just seems like he's a massive goose. So I don't know if I want that on my team, but I quite like the value on Waddle. If you can get him nearly late 6th round, like for someone that if Hill does get traded or does crack the shits and sits on the bench or whatever it is, he's easily a top 15 wide receiver, if not top 12. That's the only target there. With no Johnny Weaver, it's I could be very interested to draft Waddle, considering all this Hill news. But at the same time, I could easily take Hill in the mid 3rd.
Yeah, I agree. Whoever the wide receiver one is, I'm probably pretty happy with where their current ADP is. Hill in the middle of the 3rd, I'm happy with that. I can't remember where Waddle's going, but he's going, I think, 7? 6, 7?
6. If he falls into the 7th, that's a great pick.
ADP wise, I think he's a good value. So both of those wide receivers, if they fall to me and I'm in need of a wide receiver, I'm pretty happy taking them.
Yeah.
So yeah, especially with, like you said, Johnny Smith not being there, that has sort of vacated a lot of targets.
Yeah, correct. Yeah.
And then if Tua stays healthy, then they both do a lot better.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, it's that offense relies on Tua, and yeah, I think you just have to assume he's going to be healthy.
Yeah,
you can't not.
Yes,
and
the 4th and
finally bringing up the back of the pack, the Jets. Now, obviously, again, QB wise, we're both in on Justin Fields quite heavily this year, thinking he'll be a QB1. And yeah, it's all just rushing upside. If you look at the odds on your local betting site, it doesn't look like he's going to pass for much compared to other quarterbacks out there. I think he's nearly got the lowest, besides all the rooms that don't really have a quarterback one established yet. Fields is the lowest for passing touchdowns, passing yards, but rushing, he could easily go for 1,000 yards. And the only guy he's got to throw to, essentially, is Wilson.
Yeah. I'm keen to see how he goes. I think. How many games do you reckon the Jets win this season? Because I don't think it'll be many.
Yeah, I can see your projection. You got 2 there, and I'd like to think more, but
they've got a tough run.
I just don't see it. I mean,
they've got a tough run. The Steelers, the Bills, the Buccaneers, the Dolphins, Cowboys, Broncos, Panthers. I think they beat the Panthers. Actually, you know what? I don't even know if they beat the Panthers.
Yeah, Panthers are looking quite good this year.
Yeah,
they've rebuilt.
Bengals,
well in the offseason.
Browns, I think they beat the Browns. Patriots, I think they lose.
It's just
Ravens.
the 2 teams, Browns and Saints, really.
Browns and Saints. I think Browns and Saints are the only teams they beat. They've got a tough schedule.
So it could be a rough year, and that, to me, means maybe they're bottom 3, and apparently next year's draft class is looking quite QB heavy.
Do you think he has to throw a bit more because of it?
Well, he's essentially playing for his job, because if they're no good, they'll draft a quarterback, and then he's back as a backup or moving teams again. So yeah, it's in his hands.
But yeah,
it's up to him.
I do like Fields as well. Any quarterback with rushing upside, pretty good for fantasy.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
But yeah, I think outside of Fields and Wilson, I'm not really looking at anyone on the Jets.
You did have Breece Hall. Have you gone off him a bit?
A little bit, yeah. Just with sort of preseason, just talk. Braylon Allen sort of mixing in a lot more than what I thought he would, and then Breece Hall coming out and saying as well that it wasn't the current organizer, the current backroom staff that actually drafted him. That sort of made me go, okay, maybe there is something there. Maybe they are leaning away from Breece Hall.
Yeah, but they've just paid Garrett Wilson, so maybe the money's not there to pay a Breece, and I could see him on a different team next
year. Yeah, me too. After what he sort of said, I do like the idea of Breece Hall, because we've seen with Derrick Henry, with you got your rushing quarterback, it opens up lanes for the running back. That's why I was really, really high on him.
Yeah.
But now
I think the touches go down, but the efficiency normally goes up.
Yeah, we've seen it with Derrick Henry. Like, the lane's just opening up flat out. So every time even if he didn't get the ball as often, he was a bell cow, but if he didn't get the ball as often, it didn't matter, because he was still breaking off massive runs. And I think Breece Hall has that potential with Justin Fields. But
if they're not winning many games, I don't know how much volume he's just going to get. That's the problem.
Yeah, I don't know how much volume he's got to get anymore. I don't know what his PPR upside looks like anymore.
Yeah.
And then
looks like Braylon Allen was on all third downs of the first team reps. In the recent game.
And then how many touchdowns is the team going to score?
Yeah. So based on predictions, not many.
Yeah. So I do like him. Towards the end of the third, I'm just a little bit more hesitant now.
Yeah. I'm not in on him. Not a big fan. But one guy, another tight end dart throw I don't mind is Mason Taylor, the new rookie, I believe out of Oregon. That's gone to the Jets. Only a dart throw because potentially he could end up as the second target earner by default behind Wilson. So if he's averaging 5-6 targets a game and getting you nearly 10 points at tight end for someone that basically goes undrafted, that's not a bad dart throw. So late in drafts, I'm taking him a little bit.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah, not sure. He's not going to be the tight end one by any stretch of the imagination.
No way. But yeah, like you said, if you can get 10 points out of him every week, you're pretty happy with that as an undrafted sort of player.
Agree.
All right.
Okay. Shall we go for
I think it's
your
favorite time of...
My favorite time? I thought it was your favorite time.
It is my favorite time, but
it's definitely my favorite time.
It's definitely mine.
Don't tell me why.
All right, what do we got?
So we have the Bolter Cerveza. I've definitely not pronounced that.
Cerveza. I'm almost certain it's Cerveza.
Yeah.
I could be wrong.
Now, it's actually...
Let us know in the comments.
It's actually made in Queensland, I found out recently. But it's Spanish-inspired.
How is it? I'll let you taste it.
Yeah, that's basically a Corona.
Oh, okay.
A mid-strength Corona, I'd say.
Oh, really? What is the percentage?
The percentage? It's 1.1 standards.
Yeah, that is it. It's basically a Corona. Yeah. Although I don't mind that.
And I can't see it.
Beer made in Australia, yeah. 4% alcohol. What are we? 1.1 standards.
Yeah, that's it is easy drinking.
Yeah,
I'm not a massive Corona fan though, to be honest, especially without a lime.
Yeah,
Needs a lime in there.
I'll cup it every now and then. I'm not.
So I'm going to give it. I'll give
Heavy.
it 3 Tom Brady Super Bowl rings. Just not my kind of beer.
Tom Brady Super Bowl rings. I can never get that in.
Can't get it out.
I can't get. You give it 3 Tom Brady Super Bowl ring. You give it 3 rings.
What are you giving it?
Yeah, 3's fair.
Yeah,
3.
It's not the best.
It's not. I think it needs to be 30 degrees
yeah.
to be drinking this. Yeah,
and yeah, it's
30 degrees, bit of lime.
It's winter in Australia, so we're not.
Yeah,
We're not loving it.
It has a potential.
Okay, so I guess we'll just keep moving on.
Yes, keep moving on to the AFC North.
Yeah, the AFC North. So
an absolute stacked division.
Yeah.
I think there's only one division that's better than it.
Yeah. So you've got Browns number 1?
No, I do not. Definitely not. I don't think the Browns are winning a game. I didn't realise how bad of a schedule they had until I had a look. Had a
terrible first 6 rounds.
Yeah, Browns. So the first 6 rounds, you got Bengals, loss. Ravens, loss. Packers, loss. Lions, loss. Vikings, loss. Steelers, loss.
It's rough.
It's I don't know what's happened. Who did the schedule, but they saw the Browns were doing bad, and they said let's make them do worse.
Yeah. So they want a quarterback next year. It looks like.
I mean, they've got 5 to pick from now, so I don't know why they need another.
Yeah, that's something I still can't believe. The 4 quarterbacks they got as the merry-go-round. Tyler Huntley's there as well.
Huntley.
Yeah, just a good backup quarterback who's going to be 5th string.
Yeah,
it's
Who you
very bizarre.
What have they got? Flacco's going to be the starter.
Yeah, I think he starts. Which maybe we can start from the bottom this time.
Yeah, let's start from the
bottom because of Flacco starting and how Winston ended the year and Judy going off. I think to close out the season over the last 6 or 8 games, he was like the wide receiver 5.
There's a bit of a. It's one game shot him up.
Okay, is that what you're saying? But yeah, Flacco.
Judy's a bit of a. I don't know.
Yeah, Flacco to me is very similar to Winston.
Yeah,
he's going to throw interceptions, but he's going to swing it. So I could see Judy being a good start to the season, maybe being in your top 24 wide receivers. But as soon as one of the rookies, or God forbid, Kenny Pickett takes over, I think you got to look to trade him before that happens. So a good hot 4 to 6 rounds to start the year, and try and package him to move up the board before he falls off.
I'm keeping him off my team.
Yeah,
regardless.
I could start him because he's going like the 7th round, 6th, 7th round.
He can stay in the 7th round. Like you said though, you just never know at what point another QB could potentially come in, especially because they're going to be losing a lot of games.
At the same time, he'll still be the wide receiver 1.
He will be, but I don't know. Like if you got Kenny Pickett thrown to him, Dylan Gabriel thrown to him, and then on top of that, is he the wide receiver 1 because they've still got Deontay Johnson? Yeah, does he return to
after the season he had with the transfers trades last year? I think there's something going on there that hasn't been said, and plus they've just signed actually Isaiah Bond. He's a dynasty stash I've been looking at.
They beat the allegations, I think.
Yeah, the Browns beat someone.
The Browns and controversial players, they love them.
Yeah, there's a meme there. We're working on it. TBD.
Yeah. Oh god.
But after him, someone you had as your running back 12 before all the allegations came out.
I was all in on Judkins. I thought he was going to be the next Nick Chubb.
Well, I think he's just been. It's all been pushed away for now. So I'm backing on him. I can easily take him. He's probably dropped down to like the 8th round.
I'm all out on him.
Yeah, I could easily take him now.
Yeah.
If he's still going in the 8th round, I would take him there for sure. He's got good, really good upside. He can be a bell cow there for sure. Mate, but to start the season, he definitely won't be.
Yeah, no.
But
I think
second half of the year, he could be a Chase Brown-esque player, I think.
Yeah, I think that was one of my bad takes. Quinton Judkins, RB12.
Yeah, Chase Brown's probably a big call. He could end the year inside the RB20 range. It's probably a better take.
Yep. Yeah, I think so.
Okay, but moving up the board, we've probably got You're not a Bengals man. You got Bengals or the Steelers finishing third?
Bengals or the Steelers? I'll have a quick look. I've actually got Bengals finishing third. But having said that, I've got them with 11 wins. I think that division's just going to I've got the Steelers with 14.
Yeah, I was just about to have a look at that. Jeez, that's incredible. Aaron Rodgers.
I think again, this Mike Tomlin, he's always
Has he been giving you some herbal tea under the table?
He's finishing with a winning record every year.
Yeah, but a winning record, 14-3 is something else.
Well, I think Aaron Rodgers is the best QB they've had for a long time.
No, it's not hard.
And I don't think he's going to have to do a lot. I think that defense is going to carry like
True. Yep. They're unbelievable. Yeah.
I think the only teams they lose to are the Ravens and the Bills. Yep. I think the only other potential team they sort of lose to are the Lions, but I think even then they beat the Lions.
Yeah, I'm a bit out on the Lions this year.
Like you look at their sort of schedule and, Jets, Seahawks, Patriots, Vikings, that's how they sort of started before their bye, and I think they win all of those games.
Vikings, yeah.
Yeah, I think Steelers are going to do really well with Aaron Rodgers.
Okay.
But the Bengals.
Bengals, yeah.
I've got them as number 3. Who do you have as number 3? I'm assuming Steelers.
Yeah, I have Steelers. Yeah. But yeah, we'll go with the Bengals. So obviously, I'm Chase's number 1 supporter outside of Cincinnati. So if you're not taking him at pick 101, which you have the 101 in our draft, and I know you're potentially thinking about not taking him.
I will be taking him.
Yeah. Yeah. Well,
I'm going to be taking Jamar Chase. He's the 101.
You have to. I know you've got your CD Lamb goggles on, but Jamar Chase is that situation is just unbelievable.
You don't have a choice.
Which is why, again, I really like Higgins as well. If he's there at the start of the third, I think he's a really good pick. I don't really like him as my number 1 wide receiver on my team. So ideally, I've taken a wide receiver before him. But yeah, as a wide receiver too, he has all the upside in the world.
Yeah.
He was a top 5 points per game wide receiver last year with Chase as number 1. So it's a great situation.
Points per game, T. Higgins was very, very underrated. But having said that, he misses a lot of time.
And then even, I think, based on the 2 previous years as well, if you take out a couple of games where he comes in, plays 1 snap, or gets injured on the first few snaps, his points per game, if you take out them games, he's been like a top 12 wide receiver comfortably the last 3 years.
Yeah, yep.
So he's very underrated because of them injured games.
What about Burrow? You're all in on Burrow.
Well, I do have him as my QB too, but I don't like taking a quarterback until at least round 9.
Yeah.
So I never get him.
If he falls to the 6th.
I still wouldn't, yeah. No, I like loading up on our wide receivers and running backs because I like to move trades during the year, and it's just so hard to trade quarterbacks and tight ends. So I like having lots of wide receivers and running backs, and if you have to package 2 together or downgrade and get a 2-for-1 back the other way, it's so much easier to do it with running backs and wide receivers. Yeah, so I like having that flexibility in you.
You are right. I think, especially because if you're not in a super flex, the QBs have a bit less value because there's always going to be someone on the waiver wire.
Especially, I really like the waiver. Solid. Round 10 plus. There'll be guys that go undrafted that I would be very happy to draft in that last round. So that's why I just can't stomach going to top QB early when the wide receivers and running backs on the board. They're just too valuable for me.
Yeah, fair enough.
But another guy in the Bengals. So I had Chase Brown as my RB5. So, and I'm still leaning that way. The Zach Moss delisting, doesn't matter for me. I didn't think he was going to contribute much, if anything, anyway. So the only concern is, does P. Ryan play a few third downs here and there? Maybe to give Chase Brown a rest, but sounds like they're all in on giving him a massive workload this year. So I think the targets, it's not going to be silly like Achane, but I could easily see him being the number 2 targeted running back. And yeah, I just think the Bengals are going to be very good this year. So it
sort of feels like deja vu going over this. It's almost like we've had this exact conversation before, but
I don't know what you're talking about.
I think Chase Brown, I think I was not very high on him. Then I've seen word come out from one of the coordinators sort of saying that they want to give him usage like Austin Eckler had a few years ago. Yeah. After seeing that, I'm putting him around the James Cook sort of value.
It's a mid-third.
I'm very happy taking them mid-third, depending on what sort of running backs. If I've got a couple running backs already on the team, that I won't. But if I'm looking for a running back, an RB1 or even an RB2, he'd be an awesome option.
He might already be gone by then. That's the problem. I think late second, early third now is his price.
Yeah, understandable. I think he's going to be in a high-scoring offense. I think he's going to get plenty of touchdowns. I think he's going to be a workhorse there. So I do like his value now.
So I think for me, if he's there early third, I think I'm jumping on it. But he might be gone in the late second.
If he's there in the middle third, I'm taking him.
Yeah. Oh, he's not getting past me, so
yeah.
I don't think he's here.
Fair enough.
Okay, so next, your surprise number 2 team. So the Steelers.
I'm surprised. You're surprised.
14 wins though.
They always have winning records. That defense just
that defense might score more touchdowns than the offense.
Look, honestly, they might. That defense wins them games. I think it'll carry him through the regular season. I don't think it'll take him very far in the playoffs again. But yeah, I think the Steelers are going to do really well. Just again,
Steelers. That reminds me. I saw a meme that had every team's best and worst outcomes for the year, and every team had their best outcome: 17 wins, 0 losses. Worst outcome: 0 wins, 17 losses. For the Steelers, they had their best outcome 9-8. Their worst outcome 8-9.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah.
So,
Mike Tomlin, they're always going to have that winning record. Yeah. But then just never going to excel.
Yeah, always middle of the pack. Yeah.
Yeah. So I think they're going to do well in the regular season, like I said, but it'll stop there. I think fantasy wise, a bit hard. So you got Rodgers, who I'm not really looking to draft.
Nah, no chance.
DK, I do like the value of him.
Late 4th, I think.
Yeah, I do like that purely because he's the sole wide receiver one there. There's basically no competition. The one big scary thing there though is Arthur Smith.
Yeah,
we've seen what he does. We did it at the Falcons. Cole Pitts got barely any usage. Drake London wasn't targeted a whole lot.
Yeah. Algier was the RB1 over Bijan.
Yeah. Algier was RB1 there, so that's the only thing sort of throwing me off DK. But what do you think?
I was quite heavy on the rookie running backs at my go this year, Caleb Johnson, but it does look like Warren is going to be RB1, and then and it's just that Arthur Smith. I don't know if I want to invest in a rookie pick. I mean, he's going in the sort of the late 6th, maybe early 7th. So it's probably worth the risk, but I think the first 6 weeks of the year just doesn't look like they're going to give him the volume that he should deserve. I think he could go quite good towards the end of the year, but yeah, I'm probably steering clear of drafting him. And maybe if it's starting to look like an uptick middle of the year, I'll look to pursue on a trade, because if he does start to get the volume, I think he will be really good.
Yeah. Tight ends.
I mean, they got 2 startable guys, Frymouth and John, but yeah, I'm not touching them.
We've seen what Arthur Smith does with the Falcons. Yeah, but Cole Pitts.
I think John
Smith. Yeah.
He did line up in the backfield.
Smith did well there with him, so
he wasn't much better than Cole Pitts. So
yeah, so there's every opportunity, but again, I'm
not. It's not for me. I could have before the Smith trade. I could have taken Frymouth as a double digits round guy that probably would be the second guy on in targets, but now it's just a little bit of a mess. So I'll probably steer clear of that whole team for me.
Yeah, I think if you already had drafted in your leagues, I think after that John Smith trade, Frymouth is droppable.
Yeah, definitely. Well, I don't think he'll get drafted in our league.
Not anymore. But the last team, arguably one of the best teams.
Yep.
Ravens.
The Ravens.
Your man, Lamar.
Yeah.
My man.
I've been saying your man because he's taken you to 2 Super Bowl appearances in our main league. But
yes, carried.
Yeah, Lamar's my QB1, but again, I'm just not taking a QB early. So unless he falls to the 10th round, I'm not taking him.
Would you take him if he fell to the 4th?
No.
Really?
No.
What about 5th?
No, I just can't do it.
Really?
No.
If he's in the 4th or the 5th,
if he's there in the 6th, then maybe I'll do it. But
if he's in the 4th or the 5th,
I just don't want to.
there's no way I'm passing up on him.
Yeah, I like my wide receivers and running backs too much.
Yeah, fair enough. All right. So he's your QB1, but no earlier than the 6th.
I can't take it. I just can't take a quarterback early. It leaves you too thin a wide receiver and running back for me.
Okay.
The depth is too much to pass up.
Well, what about wide receivers?
Wide receivers, considering I do have him as QB1, and I don't think Henry's going to get the volume he did last year. Well, I still think he's going to be very good, but just not the top RB6 he was last year, maybe around RB 10 to 12. So I think they pass a bit more. Obviously, Andrew's got a lot of touchdowns last year, but I think Flowers, I believe he had 4 touchdowns last year. I think he can double that number.
Andrew's had the most. He was the receiver on the Ravens.
Yeah, but he
had 11.
I just don't know about Andrews.
Isaiah likely had more than Zay Flowers.
Yeah, so I just think 3rd year wide receiver breakout.
Yeah,
I think he's been around the wide receiver 30 first 2 years of his career. I think he can get inside the top 24, and I've got him ranked that way, around 20. Yeah, between 20 and 24. Yeah, I quite like him. He should get the most targets.
Yeah,
even if he doesn't get the touchdown. So he's probably doesn't have a great upside. He's not going to shoot up and be a top 12 guy, but I think he's super safe. Worst case scenario, he'll be wide receiver 30 again.
Yeah,
which is quite good for 5th or 6th round. Yeah.
Yeah, I did sort of make some points against him, but I do like him where he's getting drafted.
He's just a plug and play.
I think he's a good flex play. Yeah. I wouldn't have him as my wide receiver 1 or 2. He's still a little bit risky just with how much the Ravens don't pass. They're a very run heavy team.
But when it comes to the red zone, they actually do. Their passing rate is quite.
It's all Andrews.
Yeah, so that's where I think it could change slightly.
Yeah. I think it's all Andrews or Derrick Henry, I think. But yeah, I think it will sort of start to change. Even Rashad Bateman, I think he's going to start to.
Yeah, well, he got paid this offseason, so
yeah, I think
he could be a solid late round fly.
He's always sort of a solid late round sort of guy.
By replacement, he could be around the 8 to 11 points per game.
Yeah, yep, 100%. But running back, what do you think of Derrick Henry?
Yeah, I don't mind taking him if he falls to like the middle of the 2nd, but I wouldn't really take him any earlier. He finished the year not great last year, but obviously he started it unbelievable. I just think he's going to be around that 10 to 12 RB 10 to 12 mark, so I'm not looking to draft him at his price too much. But middle of the 2nd, and maybe if he starts well, I can look to try and train up with him. That would be the only reason.
He's sort of so it's start of the 2nd, similar to CMC.
I'd take CMC.
You take CMC? Okay. That's what I was about to ask. Who would you take with Derrick Henry or CMC?
Yeah, CMC I'd take middle of the 1st.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, so it's a round difference for me, nearly.
Yeah, all right. Trying to think. All right, Devon Achane and Derrick Henry. Yep. Yeah, me too.
If you're paying attention to our rankings video, you'd already know this.
Kyren Williams and Derrick Henry.
I'd take Henry now, but I'm warming to Kyren Williams, obviously the contract news.
Yep.
But yeah, we'll get into that into the Rams video.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like Williams this year.
Oh. All right.
That's AFC North, actually.
That is the AFC North. Join us next time for more divisions. Next time we'll be going over what the AFC South and the AFC West.
And the AFC South is an absolute doozy.
Yeah, that'll be a short one.
Yeah.
All right. Well, thank you for tuning in.
Enjoy your night.
All right. See you later.